Caramelised onion and Gruyère tart, or if you're where I'm from, it's a cheese and onion quiche, but it's going to be a super special one with beautiful rich caramelised onions, some thyme, a nice silky quiche custard and a homemade all butter short crust pastry. So without further ado, here's everything you need. We're going to start by making the pastry, and this is a beautiful all butter enriched short crust pastry, and I'm going to make it in a food processor. You can absolutely do this recipe by hand, but the food processor speeds it up a little bit and makes life a bit easier. So begin by placing 200 grams of all-purpose or plain flour into a food processor or mixing bowl, followed by 1 teaspoon of salt. Then add in 100 grams of cold butter, and then we're going to pulse it until it forms a breadcrumb-like consistency. If you're doing this by hand, rub it together between your fingers and thumbs until you get the same breadcrumb consistency. Next we'll add in 1 egg yolk and pulse it again until it's fully incorporated. Once the egg yolk's incorporated, we'll add a drop of cold water. I'm just starting with roughly around 1 tablespoon, then I'm going to pulse it and see where we're at. That might be enough, or you might need a little extra. Pulse or mix it until it forms a dough. As soon as your pastry clumps together and looks like that, it is ready. So you can take it out, press it into a ball, and then we'll wrap it up and place it into the fridge for later. Quick tip, if you flatten it out like this into a disc, it's easier to roll out when we get to that stage. And then we're going to wrap up the pastry and place it in the fridge to rest for a minimum of 30 minutes. So now that we've made our pastry, we're going to start on the quiche filling, the main egg custard filling itself. So I've got equal quantities of milk and cream. I've got 240 millilitres of each, and we're going to place it into a heavy bottom saucepan. Scalding the milk and cream to make our custard helps create a nice silky smooth texture, and not only that, it's a great way to infuse herbs into the mixture as well. And I'm going to infuse this with some thyme, so I've just got a few sprigs of thyme and I'm just going to place it straight in there. Then we'll place it over the heat and bring it to just below boiling point. As soon as you see it starting to steam, that's when we need to turn it off and remove it from the heat. Make sure to stir occasionally so it doesn't catch and burn on the bottom or form a skin on the top. So we can leave our milk and cream to chill down and carry on infusing while we move back to our pastry and start making the tart case. So I've got a 25 centimeter tart tin, some flour, a rolling pin, the pastry and a palette knife. And what we're going to do is lightly flour the workbench and place the pastry onto it, and then we're going to roll it out to about 2 millimeters in thickness, making sure it's big enough to cover our tart tin. Between rolls, use your palette knife to lift it off the bottom and turn it round by 90 degrees before rolling it any further. This just helps to prevent it from sticking. Then we're going to fold it and roll it back over the rolling pin and lay it onto our tart case. Gently pressing it in to make sure it goes right into those corners. Don't worry if it breaks in any places, it really doesn't matter. Just squish it back together and press it together, it will be absolutely perfect. Then we need to dock the bottom of the pastry. That just means prick it with a fork, creating little holes to prevent it from rising and puffing up in the oven. So by this point you should have a pastry case that looks something like this. The docked pastry bottom, it's pushed right to the corners, and there's an overhang on the outside, and that's exactly where we need to be. We're going to leave that overhang there, and in fact we're going to bake it with that on. But first we need to place a sheet of greaseproof paper. I've just scrunched that up in my hands so it fits in nicely, and then we need to place in some baking beans. I like to use rice for this because it gets right into the edges for a nice even bake. And then we're going to place it into a preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius fan for around 20 minutes. So while our pastry case is blind baking, I'm going to prepare our caramelized onions. And I've got 6 small onions. If you're using larger onions, maybe use 3. And all I'm going to do is top and tail them, cut them in half, peel them, and then thinly slice them. Next I've got 5 to 6 sprigs of thyme, and I'm just going to pick the leaves off. And then we can start the cooking. Place the pan over a medium-low heat and add in 30 grams of butter. Then place in your sliced onions, followed by a small pinch of salt. Next, add in your thyme leaves, give it a good stir and allow them to gently cook down and release all those natural sugars until you've got a nice golden brown colour on those caramelized onions. We don't want them to catch and burn, we just want them to gently sweat down and reach that stage. It can take some time, so you've got to be patient with this one, but it is absolutely worth it. And once your onions are ready, they should look something like this. So it's been about 20 minutes now, and the first stage of our tart case is baked. And what we need to do is remove this rice carefully from the tart case. And then we're going to place it back into the oven to finish off cooking the bottom nicely. Also, don't throw this rice away because it's perfect to use next time you want to blind bake something. So just place it into a jar, store it and use it next time. So after another 5 minutes, your pastry case should look something like this. And now there's one final step, and that's just to brush it with a little bit of egg wash. This is more of a security measure to make sure there's no holes and no leakage when we make our quiche. Once you've brushed it with the egg wash, place it back into the oven for a final 5 minutes for that egg wash to set. So that's our tart case ready as well, and all we have to do before we fill it is trim off this excess pastry around the side. So you can do that using a paring knife and just gradually go around the side, or another great tip is to use a potato peeler and then just gently scrape away at the edges until you've gone all the way around. And that's a fantastic way just to get a really nice neat edge without the risk of breaking it. And then once you've done that, if there's any crumbs in the pastry itself, in the case, just brush them away using a pastry brush and you can just clear them out of there just like that. So our tart is finished, our onions are finished. Now we just need to finish off making the quiche custard with our cooled cream and milk mixture. And for that, crack 3 eggs into a mixing bowl and then pass your cream and milk mixture through a sieve over the eggs. Then add in a good pinch of salt and a pinch of white pepper. Whisk until it's well combined, and now we can assemble our quiche. To assemble, place your caramelized onions into the tart case and spread them evenly all the way across the bottom. Then place in around 100 grams of grated Gruyère cheese and top it up with your cream and eggs mixture. Finish with an extra bit of grated cheese and a sprinkle of fresh thyme leaves. Then place it into the preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius fan and bake until there's just a light wobble in the centre. So that is our quiche now ready, and I'm just going to place it on a cooling rack to cool slightly before we slice into it. Serve hot or cold with a side of your choice. So there you have it, my caramelised onion and Gruyère tart, or cheese and onion quiche. I hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you haven't already for more easy recipe videos, and I'll see you in the next one.